In 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, the world came to the edge of the abyss. But back then there was a safety net: time. President Kennedy and Nikita Khrushchev had days to negotiate. Messages traveled by telegram. The technology of destruction moved slower than the technology of thought. But as of 2026, that safety net has been shredded. The red phone is gone. The treaties are dead. And the missiles? They now move so fast that by the time a human leader is woken up to make a decision, the war might already be over. Welcome to the third nuclear era. It's faster, more complex, and more unpredictable than anything we've ever known. To understand the danger of today, we have to look at the two eras that came before. The first era was the Cold War. It was simple. Two superpowers, the US and the Soviet Union, held a gun to each other's heads. We called it MAD, mutually assured destruction. It was terrifying, but it was a binary. One move met with one counter-move. The second era followed the fall of the Berlin Wall. It was the age of hope. We signed treaties like START and the INF. We dismantled thousands of warheads. We believed nuclear weapons were becoming relics, expensive, dusty insurance policies we would never actually use. But that era ended silently over the last decade. And the peace it promised? That was an illusion. The most profound shift of 2026 isn't political, it's technological. In previous eras, human intuition was the final fail-safe. During the 1983 Petrov incident, a human decided a radar glitch wasn't a launch. He chose to wait. But in the third era, we are losing the luxury of waiting. Hypersonic weapons, capable of maneuvering at 5 times the speed of sound, have reduced warning time from a half hour to a handful of minutes. To bridge this gap, nations are turning to artificial intelligence. Algorithms are being integrated into command and control systems to process data at speeds no human mind can match. But algorithms have no concept of de-escalation. They are programmed for efficiency. If a cyber attack or a technical glitch spoofs the system, an AI won't wait for a diplomat to pick up the phone. It will act. For the global south, the third nuclear era isn't just about bombs. It's about resource leverage. In 2026, nuclear-armed rivals are increasingly turning rivers into weapons. We see the suspension of water treaties and the building of massive dams on shared waterways. In this new era, conventional water scarcity is becoming entangled with nuclear posture. If a nation's water supply is threatened, does it reach for its tactical arsenal as a final bargaining chip? The line between conventional and nuclear is blurring. We now have dual-capable systems. Missiles that look identical whether they carry a standard explosive or a nuclear warhead. This ambiguity is a trap. In the heat of a crisis, an adversary might see a conventional strike and assume the worst, triggering a nuclear response by mistake. April 2026 marks a crossroads, the 11th NPT Review Conference. 4 years, the Non-Proliferation Treaty has been criticized as a discriminatory relic that allows a few to have what the many are forbidden to possess. But as the consensus on disarmament fails for the third time in a row, the treaty's relevance is fading. We are moving toward a world of minilateralism, small clubs of states making their own rules, while the rest of the world watches from the sidelines. The third nuclear era is defined by speed, complexity, and a profound trust deficit. We have built a world where our weapons are smarter than our diplomacy. The question for 2026 isn't which nation will win the new arms race. The question is whether humanity can survive its own desire for absolute security in an interconnected, fragile world.